If y'all like knives, stick around. Well, good afternoon, y'all. A little different type of video this afternoon. I got to looking on analytics and I realized that almost 80% of my viewers are male. And I got to thinking, well, what male is there that don't like knives? So I thought we'd talk about knives today. If that sounds fun to you guys and gals, if you're a gal that likes knives. I got a few different ones, and I'll make a knife video. This won't be a knife review. I'm not going to do that, but it's going to be more like just a show and tell today on a few different knives that I have. It's not all of them that I have, but I thought it'd be fun just to show you guys what I have laying around. And let's just jump right into it here. And I'll show you this first one. This first knife I have right here, it is an Old Hickory knife. An Old Hickory knife. I can't remember the model name on it, but it is I think some kind of, had the word hunter in it. But for a sheath knife, guys, this right here is the quintessential for me. That Old Hickory right there is. Now that right there, that knife right there can do most anything you want it to do around camp. If you hunt out in the field, it can do anything from peel potatoes. It can dress any size game you may care to take. And just for an all-around sheath knife, regardless of any purpose, woodsmanship, anything, I would think I would carry that thing right there. Now that's pretty much like the old mountain men used to carry right there. Green River used to make a lot of them. But Old Hickory is in the tradition of those simple, high carbon steel knives that sharpen easily. They retain an edge fairly well. And this is just a good knife, y'all. It's got a little guard thing right there to keep you from slipping up on the blade. But that design, that spear point, I love it. I love this knife, and if I had to choose only one knife to have for the rest of my life, couldn't have another one, I would choose this one right here. Let me show you the sheath on this thing. The sheath, this is the sheath that it came with, right here. A sheath it came with. I don't like this sheath a whole lot because it leaves something to be desired. It needs to choke up more on the handle to keep from losing it. But let me show you what I did. I made my own sheath out of some leather I had, and this is the sheath I made for it. Sewed it with leather, put some design on it there, wood burning. But I made this sheath, and it drops down in here, and I've never had any trouble losing it coming out. But that's what I did with that. And I got this bead and this leather thong here. I just draw up on it and carry it on my belt like that. It works just fine for me. But that's about my favorite sheath knife I got. I usually carry pocket knives. All right, guys, this next one right here, Children of the 80s, behold, behold. I'm really tempted to say the line. You children of the 80s out there, I'm really tempted to say the line, but I will not say the line. If you know the line right here, type it down in the comments. I'm not going to say it. I am not going to say the line, but this here is pretty much a replica of the Crocodile Dundee knife. There's a lot of these you can get online that's really cheap, but this one from Walkabout, walkabout blades here. Let me show you this if you can see it. Down under walkabout. That I paid about $200 for this knife. I don't know if I overpaid for it. Actually, this right here is just a little smaller, a couple inches smaller than the true replica of the Crocodile Dundee knife. But I actually wanted this knife as a usable knife, and the real replica is about 2 inches longer, and this guard here, it curls on. It's got more of a curl on it, but that is basically like the Crocodile Dundee knife right there. And like I was saying, a lot of these knives like this you can get online are really cheap, and I'm not sure about them, but from what I could tell, this is a serviceable blade. I read reviews on it, and people actually use these for different things. They hold up pretty well. It's supposed to be a pretty good knife. I don't know a lot about steels, y'all, and stuff like that. I just know what works for me, and I can usually tell what's a good knife and what's just a piece of crap. I put this, it came with some bling on it, like some bone stuff here on this. I put this key ring on there to draw the honing rod out a little easier for me. And but I think what I'd like to do is put me some more leather and put like some deer tine or something on there, carry it around. Crocodile teeth would be nice, but I ain't got any of them laying around. You know, if y'all got some crocodile teeth laying around, just let me know. But anyway, that's a knife, y'all. That one there. Now this next one, I've had it since I was 13 years old. I got it when I was about 13, so this thing's about 36 years old, y'all. And another Bowie, I don't know how you say it, I always said Bowie. But this is the Coleman Western Bowie. And there is no question in my mind about the serviceability of this knife, because this knife has been through the ringer and back. This is basically a solid steel bar, sharpened. Extremely good knife. This Western Bowie, they've been making these for quite a number of years. I don't know, this is a M series Coleman Western Bowie, but they are extremely good knives. If you have a use for a knife of this size and shape. This here, I actually used this just today. Actually in the production of this video, because I have my camera rubber banded to a stake, and I used this knife to sharpen the stake off before I drove it in the ground, y'all, so I can make this particular video. The discoloration on these, it don't bother me. In fact, I kind of like it. This is supposed to be stainless. I don't know, that's not rust, it's just discoloration. I've used it a lot, but it doesn't bother me at all. And like on the Mountain Man knife there, the old hickory, I kind of like the character that the discoloration gives to these blades, or at least the high carbon steel blades. But the Western Coleman Bowie is one that I have. And if you guys know or like the movie Jeremiah Johnson, a real mountain man probably would have carried something like that first one I showed you, the old hickory. But this, if you'll pay attention in that movie, he has what looks like a Coleman Western Bowie in his belt in a few scenes. Old Jeremiah does. All right, moving on, guys. This next one right here, the Scrade Sharp Finger. The Sharp Finger. A lot of you guys may be familiar. Extremely useful knife, extremely sharp. Old timer, sharp finger. Very ergonomic, feels great in your hand. You got a good and grippy. You can use it a couple different ways. It's a good skinning knife. you can hold it that way if you ever need to hold it that way. And you know, as far as using knives for different purposes, y'all, I don't ever care to use one in defense, but if I had to and somebody said you could only have one knife, it might be this one, because any trouble on the other end of this would probably think twice before causing further trouble. And this sheath, y'all, this sheath here is a wonderful cross draw sheath, beautiful sheath. Got this sheath off of Amazon. I think the maker is Carl Thomas is his name, and I doubt he's watching this by any chance, but Carl, if you're watching this, good sheath, buddy, excellent quality sheath. Keep up the good work. This here lets you put this through your belt like this, and you can just wear it like that. And it's ambidextrous. You can do either side. Just pull it out. You can do right or left draw on it. It's got a snap on both sides. Scrayed sharp finger. It's a good knife. Well, moving on into the knives of particular purpose, I'd already mentioned something about defense, and you guys ever go to Walmart and most of the stuff at Walmart, you know, this is the China mediocre junk, you might say, but every once in a while you go to Walmart, and whether it's a piece of clothes that you can look at it and say, that's a good shirt, or I know that would fit me, or you can find some piece of equipment, every once in a while they'll have something good on the shelf. Well, I found this quite a few years ago. This is the SOG Gambit. That's for a particular purpose. And nice little knife, fun little knife. Don't have much use for it. I've carried it a little bit. Not my first choice for a potato peeler, but I would use that if I had nothing else to peel a potato with, y'all. But the SOG Gambit, you can flip around, have fun with it. Might not cut your eyeball out or nothing. But very useful knife, I suppose, in certain situations. Very thin. SOG Gambit. Let's see, what else do I got here in my collection? Let's move on to some pocket knives. So this one here is the Swiss Army Ranger. Swiss Army Ranger. And guys, for years and years, I carried a Swiss Army knife. That's all I carried for years, and I still would carry this one. I carry a different pocket knife now, but this one here, I got this, it didn't come with this case. I just got this nylon case off Amazon, but it's just a little bit too big for me to carry, or at least I've not carried a pouch on my side in quite a number of years, and I'd have to get used to it again. So I keep finding myself just slipping my current pocket knife into my pocket. But this Swiss Army Ranger, a very useful knife, the Swiss Army Ranger, and it's got just enough for me on it. Makes a wonderful camp knife because you got your main blade here on this Ranger, and you push the button here. It's a lock blade, and you push the Swiss shield, and you fold the blade back down there. And of course, you got your flat screwdriver, your bottle opener, your wire stripper, and then this one's a little harder to get out. You got your can opener right there with a smaller little flat screwdriver right there. And this one's not overloaded, y'all. It's got just enough for me. One thing I always liked about Swiss Army's is the saw. I love to use a saw. It's handy. Sometimes out camping for different things. This one's got a pretty good saw on it. And of course you got your tweezer, your toothpick. And another thing, I always like how they replaced the corkscrew with the Phillips screwdriver. Made a lot more sense to me. I like the Phillips screwdriver on there. And then the last one, of course, it's always harder to get out. I don't know if y'all have Swiss Armies, but that reamer, it's got a reamer here on back, right there, for different drilling purposes, sewing, whatever. Punch, reamer. Saw a hack one time on YouTube where you're supposed to be able to get a long stick if you guys will cut a long pole, and then you pull your saw out like so, and you're supposed to be able to take a stick and drill this all the way into the long pole, and then it'll drill in there and hold, and then you got a pole saw if you need to saw a limb up high. Anyway, just a hack I saw one time on YouTube. But that is the Swiss Army Ranger right there. All right, guys, I got two more to show you today. This here is kind of a special knife to me. It's a old Camillus two-bladed folder. It's big, it's heavy, a little too big for my pocket. And this came to me from my grandpa, and you can see he, on the bolsters, I guess you call them up here, he etched his initials, G.S. And this Camillus pocket knife, extremely sharp, extremely good steel. That's just discoloration, y'all. I hadn't been using this knife lately. But beautiful old knife, needs cleaned up. Special knife to me because my grandpa gave me that old Camillus. The other blade here, it's a straight back blade. It's a cool blade, but man, it's hard to get out. It's just, I think it's not rusted or anything. It's just very tight spring or something. I'll rip my fingernail off trying to get that other blade, but it's a two-bladed Camillus old pocket knife. And I don't know if that's real bone or not. That's an old knife. I wouldn't be surprised if it is real bone. But it's heavy, beautiful old pocket knife my grandpa gave me. All right, guys, well, what I carry in my pocket every day now for several years, well, at least a couple years, my son got me this Civivi I showed you earlier. I believe that's the way you pronounce the name. It's got the C right here, Civivi. This is the Civivi Elementum. And I don't know a lot about steels, like I said, but the steel on this is called Nitro V. Nitro V. And I've been very impressed with it. It seems like a very hard, tough steel, but at the same time, it is relatively easy to sharpen. It holds an edge forever. This is shaving sharp right now. This Civivi is, and the way it's made, the action on it is very smooth. It's buttery smooth. Just a simple knife, no play in the blade. Civivi Elementum. Like I say, that steel, I don't know, it reminds me of something like the elves would forge in Lord of the Rings or something. There needs to be a Nitro V sword, but it's a very tough, very quality steel in my opinion, Nitro V is. But I don't know a lot about that. I don't geek out about it. I'm glad there's people that know about that because they need to make good knives for us. But the Civivi Elementum is just what slips in my pocket every day. Well, all right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed having a sneak peek into my little knife collection here, show and tell. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. And we'll see you next time.